season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards. And that last throw is going to put him over the top. Boy, did you think we'd ever see this? He's over 5,000 yards passing now in this, his rookie season in the NFL. Incredible.
Well, we have seen a trend of college quarterbacks who threw the ball well on Saturdays.
They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Result of the play is a safety. Cam Little to kick off.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
70 Rangers. Buffalo 18.
To throw, it's Allen. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Allen now looks to throw. And he goes back with one complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. When you look at this Packers defense, they're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Ready. 18 Cardinals, Dragon 60, 18 Rattler, 18, 65.
And again, it's Allen. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he will the score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
To the air goes Daniels. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 19 Light.
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Allen going to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
off the play fake. Daniels. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, go!
To the air, Allen. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
On the jump.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Kevin Byron,
First down, Seahawks.
Now Allen. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Packers, nothing.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go, strike. 19, Mustang 19. Let go.
Daniels looking to throw. And this is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now with the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Daniels. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
On the set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
19 Lions. Rig. Go, 19, go, Rig, go. Ready.
From midfield, here's Allen.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Here's Allen. He's going to let this one go deep.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep, and on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Pushing his way through.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Ready.
They go play action. Daniels.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Matthew Golden, 52 yards. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
First down.
Warriors 70.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Let's go, let's go.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
Allen, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Here's Daniels. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown. Breaks the tackle. Now Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They got 29 yards that time. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action, now it's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Schwartz. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
7 Tigers, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Pioneer.
They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Throwing now is Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
First down, Seattle.
Cut 19. Ready.
Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Dragon 6, Warriors 70.
The 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his big tight end over the middle. Complete. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Allen to throw once more. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 17 yards out. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Right after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Allen. He finds his man. Complete. That's Horton. And he's down in the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
19 Lions. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Fighting his way through contact. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Shoves him away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on, check, Bobcat, check, Bronco. Ready, right?
Now a handoff looking right.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
To throw is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, Warriors 70. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Daniels. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
He completes it.
And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down.
Ready, 70 Ranger, 70 Timberwolf. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Mustang 19.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the 24-yard line.
79 Cowboys.
Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Come on. Set. Viking 18.
To throw, it's Allen. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
70 Buffalo 18. I got it. Movement.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Warriors 17.
21 yards.
Dragons 65.
Now Allen again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
70 Timberwolf. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
That's a letdown defensively because they had him stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he returns this to the 22.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
60.
Throwing now is Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Come 19. Come 19. Cougar 19.
To the air goes Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. Breaks through the contact. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
18, Pioneer.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, break.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Come on, ready.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Well, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
77, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Let's go now.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Cowboy 80.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Get up.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
65 cat, 65, 19, Tiger, 19.
Daniels looking to throw.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2.
Packers will set up for the 2-point
60
conversion.
Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Cam Little to kick off.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and play another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
70. Go.
Looking to throw. Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Daniels, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Back to throw. Daniels. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
The 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Seahawks 59. Packers 36.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Bronco 80. Warrior 70. 65 cat. 65 cat.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Viking 18. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
Here's Allen. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead.
Okay, ready?
Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. Rig alert, rig alert. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Allen from the gun on third down. He's going to let it go again. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.